Hello everybody, Prince Bear here, and we're back at EPCOT for round 2 of the International Food and Wine Festival.
Yes, we are here, and we are out in the heat, and we are ready to go. We came hungry and hungry.
Let's go find some plants.
Be sure to subscribe and save the animals.
Here are the girl.
Yeah, it's an hour. Well, I'll see you at
Thank you.
I'm both Daisy. I think that's it. Yeah, I think it's a variation. Okay, it could be a one of these.
Now we have some vegan pho. Last time we came here, last year for the vegan pho, it was super bland. And it looks pretty identical to the pho that we had last year, so I don't have high hopes for this. I'm gonna get me a tofu and some nudes with some broth as it just spoodles all over me. Spittles? I don't know. Whatever my word is for today. So the broth is still kind of bland. There's a nice lime tinge to it, but there's heat. There's way more heat than there was last year. I want to say this is like a 6 out of 10 on the heat scale. My mouth is on fire right now with like an aftertaste of like an allspice or something, which I'm really not into. And it does give me like the same vibes of the pho from last year. So I don't know, I'm not into it. I'm gonna eat this tofu, but I'm probably not gonna finish this dish. I'm either gonna make Bear finish it or it's gonna go in the trash. I like the tofu the most because like tofu's my jam. It's definitely a firm, extra firm tofu, but it's not flavored. It's just tofu. And what gives it the seasoning is the broth, and the broth it's just more watered down than it is fully seasoned. It just tastes like allspice and water, and I'm not into it. Yeah, and then you got this lime taste to it too. I'm not into this at all. I'm gonna give it like a 1.5 out of 5 pho. Probably one of the worst pho I've ever had.
I'm always afraid to eat pho, ramen, or udon, or any sort of Asian-inspired noodle bowl at any theme park, not just Disney here. Mainly because it's one of my favorite things to eat. And you know my rule. If you don't know my rule and you're new here, or it's been a while since I've had any sort of noodle bowl, if the broth is trash, the food is trash. The broth is important. It's like the key base. And if that's not good, the whole time is gonna be miserable. So without anything else, we're gonna try the broth first.
You're not gonna like that.
That's gross. I thought she was kidding with the allspice. It's literally allspice from water. Ugh. It reminds me of that disgusting allspice beer they used to have in the Refreshment Outpost. That is, wow, that's putrid. I just spit out the broth. You're already trending in zero territory, but let's go ahead and give it a try. We're gonna load it up with some tofu, some of the spices, the green onions. We get some of these dirt rooms on here. I'm not looking forward to this. Oh, I need beer. I don't care what your friends tell you. I don't care what influencer tells you. Do not eat this garbage. You'd be better with top ramen. 0. If I give it a negative, I would. I feel offensed just for having consumed that. That's appropriation in the worst way.
I don't think I've ever seen you spit out a whole bite of anything like that before. That is...
the problem is that there's so much allspice in the broth.
Yeah, I feel that.
You can't taste anything else.
It's all
there's
allspice.
heat to it because you can't cover up the heat necessarily, but there's so much allspice. I can't taste the peppers. I can barely taste the lime. The green onions do nothing. It just kills the entire thing. It's like somebody, like the cap fell off and they were trying to season the broth with allspice and they just dropped in the whole thing. It's terrible. literally a 0 out of 5 flaws. If I could give it a lower rating, I would. This isn't a runner-up for probably the worst dish I've ever had in the 4 years of this channel. That's awful.
Who's there? Banana.
We have some Brussies. We had these Brussies in our last vegan video, but we decided to get them again. Just, you know, to see how they've evolved, if they've evolved. They definitely seem like they have a lot more toppings on them this time. And, you know, a little bit more coloration, but I feel like the coloration is simply there because it's not as charred as it was before. It's still good. It's still very light on the buffalo. It's, you know, it's just as good as it was before. Just a little undercooked, which I'm not mad at. I kind of wish that it was actually buffalo cauliflower. I feel like if you made this cauliflower instead of Brussels sprouts, it would be much better. As it is a re-rate, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 Brussies, which I think is what I rated it before. It's just average. There's nothing special to write home about these.
I remember my chief complaint about these Brussies last time is an abundance of the plant-based feta and not enough, or blue cheese rather, and not enough of the buffalo sauce. It looks like they completely ignored my suggestion, not that I'm anybody, because I'm an absolute nobody, went the complete opposite direction and didn't double down on the cheese. I see a ton of cheese. I see the same, if not less, buffalo than before. The nice thick Brussies. Like, there's some buffalo sauce on there, but you're gonna call this buffalo. I expected this to look like a wing. That's gonna be covered in. That's still very much Brussie. I still say the plant-based blue cheese funk is about perfect, on par with actual blue cheese. It's a nice addition. I still wish it was more buffalo. I taste almost no buffalo on the Brussels sprout. It really just tastes like Brussels sprout with cheese. Which could, it has potential, but it just seems like it hasn't improved since last time we had it. Giving it 2.5 out of 5 plus.
Trying really hard not to melt out here, but it's difficult. So I'm umbrellaing it today when it comes to the heat. Umbrellas make a difference. Now, mac and cheese. This is a different mac and cheese from the mac and cheese we had last year. I am happy though that it's not the same like Italian peppers. We got like some kidney beans in here, we got some black beans in here, we got some pinto beans in here. We got some Fritos. Looks like somebody asked for some ingredients from Woody's lunchbox and remade us tachos with mac and cheese. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely giving me like Woody's lunchbox tachos vibes. Still better than tachos from Beaches and Cream. I love the tri beans. 3 different beans is great. Fritos is a nice topping. You got the vegan sour cream on top too, which is good. It's very watery. You can tell that that's coming from the chili. The chili is just watery. So I think maybe if you come later in the day, the chili's been, you know, cook them for a while. Maybe it's a little less watery, and then it won't make your mac and cheese so watery. Because you can see like there's a lot of water action happening down there. And I know if you let that chili like cook low and slow for long periods of time, you're not going to have to worry about water like that. Unless you're trying to water down your chili so you can make it stretch longer. Either way, it's still good. Not as good as Woody's Lunchbox. I'm going to give it a 3.5. Almost 4. It's almost there on the mac and cheese scale. It's just, It's got potential, it's just not 100% there.
Nice plant-based mac and cheese, plant-based sour cream. I love the addition of the sour cream. The Fritos. I'm not one of those Fritos and chili people. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Fritos don't really do much for me. If anything, they're just annoying because they're sharp, edgy little chips, and they're honestly not that great. The fire ones are good. The twists are good. The regular Fritos, not my jam. Either way, it's mac and cheese. Now, I wonder how they chose which booths are going to open later in the year, because the mac and cheese stand, I mean, yeah, it's hot mac and cheese, but that's something I thought that you'd want, especially for plant-based people, open earlier and not later. But I guess it's really not the point now because it's open. Come get it. A nice fork full of the different beans, the cheese, a little bit of sour cream, and got a little chive there on the corner. Okay. I'm getting mac. I'm getting chili. Without any hinge of anything plant-based. I do wish both the chili and the cheese was a bit thicker. They're both a bit on the runny side. You get a good coating on the food. I just wish it wasn't so liquidy. Other than that, it's actually not bad chili and cheese. I give it 3.5 out of 5 claws.
If there's one thing I do consistently, annually, it's finish that mac and cheese, whether I like it or not. It was good. It was way smaller than previous portions from previous years. I need like a couple of these to be filled up.
We've come and we've revisited all the plant-based things that we cared to try here at the 2022 International Food and Wine
I
Festival.
wish I'd gotten the falafel again, because that one is definitely my favorite thing I think that I've had at the festival so far this year. If you want to see all of the other things that we had prior to this fall stand opening, definitely check out all of our other food and wine videos. We got an extensive vegan video that we did earlier in July, so check that out if you want to see more than just these couple of stands that we did today.
I implore you from the bottom of my heart, please avoid the tofu noodle bowl. For me.
Among a couple of other things that we've tried, if you check out our other video.
Yes. But I want to know what you guys think of the vegan options here at the International Food and Wine Festival this year, and what you saw, and then go watch the other video. Tell us what you liked, didn't like. If there's anything else that you think that we missed, maybe some modified things that come up, the comments can be the place to find us. If there's anything else you'd like to see us do around Walt Disney World Orlando, period, that'll be the best place to hit us up. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video and comment. And if you don't comment and at least put like a plant emoji in the comments, how am I supposed to know that you watched both of our vegan videos? And how is Bear supposed to know that we are supposed to continue doing these videos?
You heard the girl.